I guess we'll get one look here at the cichlids as they chase me around for breakfast too. Come all zooming over. That's all my mixed cichlid tank, and I haven't fed them breakfast yet, so they'll chase me back and forth across the tank like this. I find it super fun when I'm in here first working, and I don't, I just play with them back and forth a little bit, just because of this. I don't know. To me, then, if you're watching this, to you, that's super fun. I don't know, I enjoy it. Yeah, it is. Here they come. And then we'll go back. I know it might. All right. We're gonna get these guys some food here, and I'll video that too, or whatever here. Yeah, no, everybody's hungry. And of course, it's the weekend, so they're all excited. They know it's the day with them, so they're all gonna get fed well today. Of course, here, these guys are always fun. I got to get in here and do some work on these guys here today too. I don't have a bottom drain on this tank, so sometimes the poo and stuff gets built up on the bottom, and I do try to remove that. I don't like to let that build up too much, right? We do need it to grow the plants, but we don't want too much excess in there, right? But yeah, these guys are usually really bad. Let's see if they'll come shooting up here. Yeah, they're... Yeah. Maybe we'll try and get some top-down feeding video of these guys here, because that would be super fun, I think, too. I know I enjoy it. They come shooting up and splashing all over the place. But yeah, I got to clean the top of their tank today. We're going to do some maintenance on some of the filters and stuff. And then we're going to do go through in the garden room and do checks on plants and stuff. You know, with owning plants, you're always looking for bugs and whatnot. And then, yeah, typically when I'm in here, how I deal with how loud it is and stuff like that is my speaker. I usually have the music going pretty good. So, but yeah, a quick walk around. We'll get some food in these guys, and I'll come back in a second here. Maybe get some video of the feeding, and then maybe what I do later on today. Up in the attic to fix the insulation, maybe. Okay, we'll talk to you in a bit. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Let me see. Can you see him in here? Oh, you can see him in there or not. The female's out front. There's another female here. He's in the back. You see him in the back there? I'm trying to see in the reflection of the fish tank if I can see him in the back. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's already brooding some eggs back there. Super cool looking fish. Oh, he's right up front here. There you go. Now he's excited. He sees his reflection in your mirror, or in the camera too. So he's gonna come up and say hi to you guys right up out front, I bet. Yeah. They're a toothed carp. Blue glares. Name is. Hoping to get a bunch of babies of these guys. They got to be separated young though. The males don't get along with each other. They will kill each other. Even with the babies that are in this tank, it's easier to let them do their eggs and then move the male over, because he'll kill the other new males as they develop. But he's a lot older. I think he's almost like 3 years old, this guy. But anyways, we'll move on here. That's yeah, That's an exciting new project I got coming. But here, let's get some feeding video for you guys here. Just because these guys are always fun to feed. They just go nuts all over the tank. We'll go back, we'll get some stuff like that. Sorry, I'm gonna try and hold the camera still as I can. So we can watch them for a second here. Yeah. Pretty nice fish, I think. The colors and the activity, and yeah. Trying to watch the camera there and make sure you're seeing sort of what I'm seeing. Oh, there's Stacy. There's Stacy. You want to say hi to Stacy? Stacy, you want to say hi? No, you're busy? Stacy doesn't want to say hi to everybody. She's going to run away smiling. She's going to the dump. Bye. So she's going to go clean out our truck, which is good. We can get a load of wood brought in for winter here so we can chop stuff up. Totally missed her running by the window there. I should have watched that, and I could have tried to get her running by the window. Yeah. There's some African cichlid feeding. You probably just see me in the reflection of the back of the. It is a blacked out tank. So yeah, I'm in the back there. All right, and these guys here, we'll go over here. There's my male. His color's calmed right down. He's by himself now. He doesn't have his colors aren't flared right up, but still super neat. He's got a really cool blue iridescent on his tail and almost like a long fin, but not super long fin, right? But yeah. And then the babies and all these guys are doing pretty good. I'm super happy with the shapes and the shapes and the face shapes and stuff that I'm starting to see in the fish. They seem to be getting more like what I'm looking for. So we'll see how that goes. Slide along, and these are mostly females in this tank here. Everybody likes the males because they get the bigger heads on them and stuff like that. So I find the males go a lot easier than the female fish. So I end up with a lot of females sometimes. Not always, you know, getting rid of the same amount of fish in boys and girls when you're doing the fish. Here's another little project I just threw together. Not sure what I'm looking for out of it yet, but we'll give it some time and we'll see what happens. Keep going along. These guys here, I think I might just move them up into the mixed cichlid tank here. They seem to be holdbacks that nobody's really too much interested in for some reason. And I don't know, they're pretty nice fish. Red shoulders and blue dragons. These are brothers and sisters, so you don't really want them, you know, they're gonna breed together, but I don't really try to save any of their babies unless I separate them to different groups, which I do have different groups of the cichlids over on these stands here. that I keep completely separate and make sure I know what's going on with that fish. Yeah, we're closer to the air pump now, so it's probably getting super much louder. Super much louder. Yeah, you like that one? I will work on trying to get that thing moved so we can have a better sound quality in here, and maybe get myself some mics and whatnot too, so it's not as loud as it is right now. I am starting to enjoy the idea of this. And these are all my little lupi group here. And of course, we don't clean the algae on this tank because I like them to be, you know, I only get to see them halfway through the algae and stuff, but at least they're not trying to run away and hide all the time. They're a lot more active in how they actually behave. That's the main male breeder right there, the bright guy in the bottom corner. And we're gonna go around to the other side here. And we got, you can see up in there, those are fairy cichlids. And yeah, there's glare, the one window over here in the corner. We got some glare, but yeah, they'll all shoot up here and start coming, get some food. All the little guys down in the bottom here. I don't know if you guys can see down in there. Fairy cichlids. Oh, it looks funny. I keep dipping my head in the camera trying to see what you guys are seeing while I'm showing you, so I don't have to keep spinning the camera around or whatever. Yeah, most of those water streaks that are in there, that's the back side of the tanks. These tanks aren't blacked out, so you see right through them all the way. It was an afterthought after I did assemble these tanks. I was like, man, I should have maybe blacked those backs out, and then we wouldn't get those water stains and spots on them and stuff like that. But maybe one day if I move the stand around or I do a different kind of setup, which most likely will happen eventually, I'll make sure I black out the tanks, and that way you get a nicer view of the tanks and what's the occupants that are actually in the tanks. Yeah, I'm holding the camera a little shaky. Keep moving on here. All the big guys are bugging me like, why haven't you paid any attention to us yet? And it's just I got the small food bucket. I like to use the granulated bucket like this stuff because I find it's either easier for me to crush, so it can be multiple different sizes when you could crush it, so that it's for the different size fishes, right? You got the bigger ones, but if you just hold it and just give it a crunch like that, you get little pieces, medium pieces, big pieces, some float, some sink. I find that's a really good mix. It gives everyone a good opportunity to get themselves some food out of the group. There is a lot of fish in each tank, right? So we want to make sure that they're getting the food that they need. Of course, these paired fish are always fun. I might end up getting stuck with these guys for a little longer than I was hoping, so I'm probably gonna, I might just make a big parrotfish tank. Give them a whole tank to themselves. Give them a little more space and room so I can maybe get them bigger and have a better chance of finding them homes after getting them bigger. But super healthy and active and inquisitive fish though. Just chowing down. They stirred up all the mulm and stuff in the bottom of the tank. This side of the stand, I'm going to do some maintenance on later today. So yeah, there's a little bit of excess mulm and stuff in the tanks, but technically that's not bad for the fish though. If it was all poo and stuff, yes, that's not very good for the fish, but mulm is just organics and, you know, the organisms living in there. So sort of need some of that stuff. Yeah, here you go. These guys are all waiting too. And pile of fry. I don't clean the algae on this side too much. I don't like to bother this side where all the fry are too much, because if you do, they shoot out this other side, and the parents, the big guys on this side, will just snatch them up. So I find putting this grate in here and just giving them their own space really well, waiting for them to get a little bigger so they can handle being in a net, because you don't want to put a small tiny fry. You don't want to net them. If you do have to move them, scoop them up in a container with water, or you can, you know, siphon them, but even that comes with its own dangers. But if you put them in a net when they're really small, their bodies can't handle that, and they usually get, you know, unfortunately, unreputable damage. Yeah. Keep moving along here. Keep moving along. Neon rainbows, males and females, dwarf neon rainbows. And opal gouramis, opal isle or something, I think. Down here I have a Berkshire and some bristlenose, but they don't come out too much. And there's I was able to get most of the gouramis in this tank sold. I think I got 2 females in there, a couple Basmani rainbows, the 5-banded barbs, and then a mix of endlers. The mix of endlers I got here, I'd like to set up a 80-gallon, I think one over in the corner, or a 90, nice planted, then just put all the endlers in there and, you know, fill it up. Let them do what they do and see what happens. We used to have a nice guppy planted tank on the other side above where the turtles are, and we moved it, and then we had a air pump or an airline failure overnight, and we lost a bunch of them, and then we ended up, you know, selling a lot of them too. So that's why I ended up getting some more of these, and I'm gonna fill up a tank full of them, I think, because some of those endlers in here are super neat looking. All right. Harlequin Rasporas. They're all getting super fat and healthy too. I only leave them in this tank so they're a little easier for me to net out. These guys here, they're definitely putting on some size. We're gonna have to start thinning them out. And here, and we got to go down into here. And this guy here, he's still waiting for his bigger tank, but unfortunately I went to buy new bulkheads and the specs I read were wrong, and they don't quite fit in the holes, but I managed to get some bulkheads. I just got to get some fixtures. Oh, he bit me. I'm trying to give you food. Don't go after my hand. Yeah, he's gonna be super fun in a bigger tank, this guy. I think I'm gonna have to keep the water level a little lower. You damn guy, get out of here, stop. Don't stay in the tank. This guy, man, I tell you. All right, enough of you. I'll put this lid back on. All right. Okay, well, there's, and yeah, like I said, we're gonna move over here. The 900 gallon here, I was gonna leave the tops off, I was thinking, so I could have it like an open end and have it maybe half full or something, but I have so many ideas with this tank right now. Maybe in the comments, if you guys want, leave me maybe a suggestion of what you might like to see. Should I put the braces on the tank? Should I leave them off and only maybe fill the tank to about halfway or so, and then do like a land and sea sort of mix? Do I put the braces on top to make the tank safe to be fully filled up, and then just work with that and do different things with that? I don't know. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to see with this. I got so many different ideas with this tank, so it'd be nice to have some help, maybe get some ideas flowing. Well, more ideas flowing, or a direction of, I think I should put the braces on there, and then we can then I can have the full, or I can choose whatever I want with it, right? I think the spaces are pretty big that I have in between the braces that are there. I think they're almost 2 feet wide by the whole tank, 4 feet. So that's a pretty good space to get in and out of the tank. To just, I was thinking if you just had it like here, that would be a pretty neat little thing too. But things like that you set up, and it takes a long time to establish it and stuff. I got some insulation piled in there right now. I'm going up into the attic later today. I gotta move some stuff around up in there, get ready for winter, right? But yeah, this tank here, I'll give me a second. I'm gonna go grab the stand and I'll put it so I'm not super shaky while I feed this tank, because this is one of my favorites here. Okay. Okay, I got you on the stand now. We're gonna pick you up and we gotta put you down over here. We're gonna set that up here like this. We'll zoom in a little bit. How do we zoom in a little bit? With the fingers, right? No. What do I do with it? All right, here we go. I think I got it set up pretty good for you guys to see this one without shaking around on the camera or whatever here, or in my hand. I got you on a stand. Just look around the tank a little bit before I go over there and get some food in there. As you can see, there's all a mix of all types. Basically dream tank of when I was younger. Getting there. And you got real bad glare there over there from the garage windows right here. Right there, that's the garage. Eventually, this winter I got to close the doors, so we'll get a lot better footage of this tank in the winter. And it will be blacked out mostly like that, so. We'll get these guys some food here for you. Like I said, I like to crush it up, so there's lots of different sizes for them all to get a chance to get some. Most of the fish that are in the tank are now coming over here. The food's coming in. There's always some that stay on the far end, but see if we can actually get it. I don't think so, because that window is there. We'll just enjoy this side of the tank for now, just because there's a real bad glare from the window. Yeah, if I had to say I had a favorite thing here, this would have to be my favorite thing. Fish in general. I wish I could keep them all, and yeah, you just can't keep them all. It gets too expensive, so then you get stuck trying to figure out different ways to try and get money to help fund it. Ultimately, I'd like this to be able to focus on keeping the fish. Would be really nice, you know, focusing maybe more on some breeding projects and stuff like that. Bringing you guys along because for what I do, I think it's I could help learn myself and you to be better fish keepers as well by trial and error and some experience behind. But yeah, there's a little bit of a feeding tour for the tanks again today. I'm going to shut the camera off down for a bit. I got to get up into this attic and, like I said, get some work done up in the attic. Thanks everyone for watching. I guess please subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. You don't really. You could hit the notifications if you'd like. Up to you. I understand my videos aren't the best, but I will get better with more subscribers I get. It gives you a little bit of boost, excitement. People might be interested in it all, you know. So, right on. Thank you guys. Have yourselves a good weekend. It is Saturday here in Calgary, so it's one of my main work days here in the fish room. First day off in the week from the week of work, you know. So, I'm going to get busy. Okay, we'll talk to you guys in a bit. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. We gotta go. Close to them and they just run away. Usually only after they've eaten though. Now they're all like, okay, I'm fed. Why are you close to me? I don't want to be close to you. Here, we'll get some top-down footage of the feeding breakfast. These guys are hungry. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully they don't knock my phone into the tank. I stood up in front of the camera here to see what you guys are seeing, and now they've slowed down on eating. They're like, whoa, what are you doing? I better back away again. I let them get there. They're on the far end of the tank. Oh. Well, I think the fun's over on that tank. I ruined it for you guys. Sorry. I made them all skittish now. We'll move on to this other big tank and see if we can't get some footage up there of them eating too. I made these guys all skittish now. They don't know what I'm doing up here. Okay, we're gonna move over to the other tank here. Try not to do a picture or whatever. I'm gonna bring you guys up into the attic here and show you some stuff. And then we'll talk about it when we get up there, okay? Okay. Okay, up here I made it so it was all like a storage, but I planned on having like a cold storage. So the fish room was an afterthought, and I insulated all this just so I could heat it as I needed and then let it cool down. So there was no ventilation in here. Now that it's a fish room, as you can see here, that's all insulation. The insulation is getting wet. The condensation is building up on the inside because I don't have vents on it. So I got to re-insulate, poly and re-insulate all the top of the attics, pull everything, all this back down so I can re-vent it on the outside. But you know, as you can see, the moisture and stuff, super messy up here. I was just ripping it all down. I got to remove all the stuff that's wet and stuff that's sitting there, and hopefully we can get this attic vented out properly and separated from the fish room to up here, and then I can run some exhaust vents out these holes there that are on. I got 2 on either side, right, and then 1 on the other side for fresh air. But just an idea of the humidity that you can end up getting in a big large fish room if you get to this point or whatever. You got to keep in mind, you got to make sure you're dealing with that too, right? So I'm hoping that I can pull this all down, get this vented out, get the attic actually placed properly on top of the ceiling, and then hopefully we can get on top of some of this moisture that, you know, I knew I was going to have as we slowly started doing the fish room. And I was going to do it this summer, and of course I procrastinated, and now here we are coming into winter, and instead of it being all dry and opening it up, it's already all wet. So I better get on this. I'm going to pull this all down. I just thought I might show you guys about a little bit about, like, when you are doing a large fish room building or garage or whatever you want to do, you got to keep in mind that there is a mass amount of humidity that comes along with doing it, and it's not just running a fish tank at that point. You now are running the entire building, right? The whole building is all one part of that ecosystem that you're building with the aquariums. But I just thought that would be an interesting fact to share with you guys. I'm gonna get back to it. All right. I guess what I should show is that the venting, what I mean is, like, see down at the bottom, you see that light there? That's outside, and before that was sealed off, so there was no fresh air coming into the attic space. So now hopefully with opening up some of that stuff down there and getting this all dropped properly, we can not worry about the roof rotting away on us and falling in on our fish tanks. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I climbed back up here and showed you guys, like, that's what I mean. You see the daylight? That's outside, so fresh air comes in through there and keeps the attic the same temperature as outside. So that way it doesn't get all condensated like that. But yeah, part of owning a fish room, I guess. All right, here, we'll get to this other tank. I don't know what the reaction's gonna be. It'll be interesting. I got the light on. I don't know what they're gonna be like when we get up above them here. It looks like they're pretty tripped out about the light, but still excited to eat. Still jumping around. Hopefully they don't knock my phone into the tank here. This is all new. I still have to clean the top a bit, but we'll see if we can't get some top down feeding of them here. Okay. They got me. They splashed me. Yeah, that's fun. This tank here that they're in, these are all male tilapia. You're looking through 42 inches of water. The poo that you possibly see at the bottom there, I do siphon that out. I don't let that stay in there. I clean that out once a week. So there's not too much in there. that, you know, sits in the bottom without a bottom drain in this tank. I have to take it out. But yeah, there's on this whole system entirely, there's 2,000 gallons, approximately 2,000 gallons for all the tilapia in the garden room. And yeah, there's a little bit of top down. They splashed a bit. My camera's still okay. They moved all to the back now and catching the food. So let's see if we get them come back up front here a bit. We got to clean off the tops of the tanks here today and stuff. Yeah, that's my tilapia that helped me grow all the garden plants. I'm up standing by the top of the tank, so they're not sure what I'm doing, and they're a little more hesitant of coming up to the camera here. That's the tilapia there. Down and try. As you can see, they splash all over the tank. They all get their food and stuff there. See, super neat looking fish though. Super fun. It'd be sure nice to have these fish into a nice big larger aquarium though. Be able to observe them a lot more in their natural behavior with their nesting and how they do their brood sites and stuff, and the males make their nest, and how they attract the females down to breed and all that stuff. Maybe in time, hopefully we'll get these guys into a nice big tank. And so on this guy here was a rescue. Didn't have another tank I was willing to give him a go in, just because they are super aggressive. So I put him in with the other tilapia here, and he's doing fine. And the other tilapia are doing fine. They're getting all along. Super interested in what we're doing here in the corner now. Yeah. And the other guys, of course. These guys probably be a little more tripped out about the light going in there. I've never had the light on them, but they sure look good when the lights are on them. They're pretty neat looking fish. Oh my, I guess yeah. What are you doing right now, Stacy?
Leave me alone.
Huh?
Go away.
What do you mean? Say hi to everybody. Huh?
I don't want to do this.
You don't want to do what? I'm just gonna say, what are you doing? Are you helping in the fish room?
Go away.
Stacy helps in the fish room.
This is my fish room.
Sorry. I'm gonna get some video of the grapes for the Pacus. They love the grapes. Because it's the glare, you can't see it anyways. The glare's so bad, so it's all right. You can see it good.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Throw it here. Show the grapes.
Do you have
This is some grapes.
a grate on there?
Yeah, that one I do. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, you don't get. Let me try and get over here so I can block. You know, Stacy ran away. Come back over here so we can block some of the glare for everyone. Yeah, there you go. Just like Pac-Man, look at it, just devour that. They just love the grapes and strawberries. Put strawberries and grapes in there, and they just like boom, 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 so fast. They don't even hit the ground. It's daytime, so you get a pretty bad glare on this tank from over there, but I just thought it'd be fun for you to watch them pound some grapes. Just devour them. What's that, Stacy? Want to say hi to everyone? Say hi. You're terrible.
Yeah, have some grapes.
Look at it. Look, it's not
You
even
can't
one.
really
Oh,
even
there's
see.
one
Go
floating.
to a
There it is.
different-
Oh, there, got it.
Go to a different angle.
Huh?
Because like that is fucking the worst.
Yeah, well, that's. It doesn't get any better because it's daytime, and no matter where
Where's
we
that
go,
black sheet?
it's almost like an exact. Well, I'm just doing it real quick, so it's okay.
Oh, my face is in that shit.
Yeah, you're all in it, yeah. And everything you're talking about is going to be on there too. So have a good afternoon. Thought you'd like some grapes.